if your kid comes out straight, like embrace them. And that's a really hard life to live, so it's really tough for them to come out as straight. So embrace them, go buy them a football.
What's up, y'all? It is October 11th and it is National Coming Out Day. Welcome to another episode of I'm Coming Out. I want to share coming out stories all through October. And for this week's episode, we have my sister, the one and only Salina EsTitties. Sister! Oh my gosh! I'm so glad that we have you here. Honestly, you are one of my favorite people and a Libra sister.
That's right, Libra gang all the way.
Now, sister, really quick for the people, I want to know, how did you come
out? Okay, well, first of all, I decided to put myself in RuPaul's closet for this. If there's a closet I'm going back into, it's gonna be RuPaul's closet, honey. Oh my God.
You were on the house tour.
Look how gorgeous it is in here. Okay, so my parents had me when they were really young, horny Latinos, 20, 19 years old. So they were always working when I was little, right? So I would go get babysat at my uncle's house with his boyfriend, Uncle Joe. So I was already like in a gay environment at a very young age. There was like Donna Summer, Madonna, Selena playing on the radio, rainbow flags everywhere.
So it was Uncle Joe's fault.
I blame Uncle Joe. I remember one year it was Halloween and my uncle's dressed up in drag and they literally shoved me in a closet so I couldn't see. Like my parents, they were like, you hide over here. They didn't want me to see what was going on. I'm like, literally my uncles are in drag and I'm like peeking through the door like, oh my God. So I've always had a little twinkle in my eye, but so I feel like I came to terms with watching Degrassi growing up. There's like gay characters in that and I related so much. I was like, oh my God. He was like very flamboyant and I wasn't. So I felt a little like awkward. I remember watching my parents one time and Angel du Machinad, dies at the end. And my mom at the end of the movie was like, oh, the poor maricon, like the poor gay boy, right? And I was like, ooh. And so I always felt a little like, oh, I don't understand. Like, I don't know if it's okay or not. Not that they made it uncomfortable, but also my dad was very like, like go play football, go do karate. So my brother is gay and he came out when he was 16 years old to my parents and it took like 3 days. Like every day they were having conversations downstairs. And then one day I was like watching porn on the AOL. Beep, beep, beep. The galleries were loading very slowly.
It was loaded slow as hell. The worst teasing / anticipation.
Oh my God. See, that's why our generation, we know how to edge, honey. So anyway, my dad walks in the door as it's pixelating and I changed the tabs really quick. And my dad's like, hey, so your brother just came out to us. Is there anything you want to tell us that, And I was like, what do you mean? And my dad was like, well, like, Daniel's gay. Do you, like, how are you feeling? Are you okay? Like, and I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, do you have anything to tell us? And I was like, well, I in the moment I had said like I just like what I like when I like it. And he was like, okay, well, I love you regardless and we're here for you no matter what and we love you. And now I'm a flaming homosexual drag queen and they're always at my shows and they live.
If there was anything that you could change about your coming out or like any kind of additional support, what would you have wanted from your family or your parents?
I think my parents did the best they could and it wasn't bad. Like they were great. They were fantastic and so supportive. I think what was hard was hiding it from my grandma, who's like super evangelical Christian. She is like one of those, the gays burn in hell, mentality.
Oh, not fire and brimstone.
Yes, but also like loved me. So I was like, it's very confusing. Like I couldn't be myself, but I knew she loved me. So it was weird. I feel like she didn't even really believe it, but it was just where, her comeuppance was that.
That's just like how they grow up.
Yeah, like I got it from my grandma a little bit, but other than that, like I think I was very supported. It was very, if anything, I wish I had more resources as a young person. I mean, this is like, I don't know if this is inappropriate, but like about sex, because as a teenager, you're so curious and you're not learning that in high school. So like, I think a little more education about like what gay sex is, like for gay people or like queer people, maybe at a younger age, like so we can be safe, so we can protect ourselves, protect others. Because I was reckless when I was young. And I had an HIV
oh scare. Baby, you know I mean? When I was a baby gay, the risks But also, like, even in regular straight people sex ed, they barely even teach straight people how to have sex.
Yeah.
So maybe we just need a whole reworking of the
I
sexual
mean,
education in
this
general.
this generation's lucky because they got Cardi B and Megan telling them about WAP. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, we're
You can get all your sex ed from the music you listen to now.
literally.
How do you think coming out helped the person that you are today, being out loud and unabashedly who you are?
Oh my God. I feel like getting to come out at an early age and having supportive parents really like supported me in my dreams moving forward, right? Like I
Mm-hmm.
didn't go to college afraid of my sexuality or afraid of like owning this. Like I got to go to
Mm-hmm.
college in LA and musical theater school already being like my family doesn't care, so why should I care what anyone else thinks? Where I know
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of people, especially here in LA, like in Hollywood, like I see a lot of people who come out here to explore their sexuality and then like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, figure that out for themselves and like sometimes at an older age too, which is like a lot of people's story, which you know it I just feel like there's so much you're missing out on just self growth wise by
Right.
like having to hide. So I'm very grateful that I didn't have to so early on. I think that was like really, I'm very grateful and very blessed that I get to have that experience. I put it, it's my duty to help the older generations who haven't come out yet. If they need some guidance, honey, I will help them figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure you will give them a lot of guidance in a lot of different realms, might we say. For parents out there, what advice would you give them that you learned watching your parents accept who you are? How can they accept their children, or not even just accept, just let them be?
Yes, let them be, embrace them. You know, I think that's what my parents did is like they love me unconditionally. So they're going to love me no matter what I did. I feel even if I wanted to be a serial killer, they would probably still love me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so I think it's like embrace your child, explore their curiosities, explore that
Mm-hmm.
what they're interested in. If they like coloring books, honey, go buy them a paint set, go buy them, you know what I mean? If they are twirling in the living room, baby, go put them in a dance class. I wish I was in dance class earlier on. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I say embrace the curiosities, embrace what they're being drawn to
Mm-hmm.
artistically and just in general, even if it's sports, you know, even if they're if your kid comes out straight, like embrace them. And you know that's a really hard life to live, so it's really tough for them to come out as straight. So embrace them. Go buy them a football.
And we are here to support the straights. We
Yeah.
are allies to y'all.
Yes.
But no, I definitely feel you on that. Like when I was in, I want to say like second grade, I saw this book of ballet dancers. It was just like a book in general, but I saw drawings of ballet dancers, and there was like a boy ballet dancer and a girl ballet dancer, and I was like, huh, I didn't know that was a thing. And then I go to my parents, I'm like, oh, I want to do ballet. I want to do this dance. And then they're like, oh no, that's for girls. You can't be doing that. Do you know how helpful to my career today a background in ballet dancing would have been? You think this leg gets up? Bitch, if I was in ballet, all the way
Yes,
up here.
ma'am. Batma.
But no, definitely like parents, I feel like should just accept their kids. If they're not hurting anybody or themselves and they just have an interest in something, just let them explore that, because at the end of the day, you don't know what they're going to be. They could be into all these sports and then turn out to be the biggest homosexual of them all. And baby, I know a few. What advice would you have for adults, kids, whoever that are still struggling to come out and come to terms with who they are? How do you accept you?
Oh my God. You know what's so sad is like there's a lot of circumstances that people just can't. They can't come out. You know what I mean? And I'm sending my heart goes out to you guys who can't come out and who's watching this in private, who's watching this, you know, under their blankets. Like that exists and that's a thing in the world. Who's like, you know, has the TV on mute watching Drag Race. Like people out there having to do that. It sucks. And I understand that it's not easy. And it's so easy for us to be like, girl, just come out. But like that's not the chi for everyone, you know? So there are
Mm-hmm.
resources out there to help you, to guide you, to support you. But just know, like, especially if you're younger, give it time, like time. Give it time. It will get better. Like, do not make any sudden movements. You know, trust, you know, like look at us. Like who would have ever thought we'd be here right now? You know what I mean?
Oh, baby.
And so just give it time, baby, and just be kind to yourself and know that other people's perception of what gay is or what trans, or give them grace to learn and grow, just as you would want acceptance for yourself. These people, we need to teach these people because they're not going to learn unless we teach them, you know.
And you know what I have learned through like my own coming out and accepting who I am, those people that don't give grace to us more than likely don't give grace to themselves either. And RuPaul says it all the time: if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? And you hear it, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, fun thing to say, but it is a legitimate thing. Like, I found when I came out that I accepted other people for who they are more easily and automatically when I did that for myself. So all these things that people are saying to y'all out there, like, that's just a reflection of them, not a reflection of you. And it's so easy for us to take that in for ourselves, but it has nothing to do with us. So just love you and accept you.
And just really quick, because I know a lot of our viewers too, even as drag queens, are like cis women, right? And like, listen, for you guys, like, thank you. We thank you because you guys are our friends in school. You guys are our friends at church. You guys are our friends looking out for us out in the world. Like for the gay boys who can't come out yet, the queer kids who can't come out, those straight cisgender women who got our back. We thank you because without you guys, we'd be so alone. So please, I know a lot of y'all are watching. We thank you. Continue to be an ally and support us. And it means the world to us. You have no idea how important you are to our existence as well. So
I want to thank you personally, Salina, for coming out. The world is richer for it. Thank you for coming on my little mini series here. And we will see you guys in the next episode. Bye. Coming out. I'm coming.